Welcome back to the Spitballing Podcast. And today we're going to go over some Red Sox predictions. As of 15 minutes ago, Alex Bregman has signed to the Red Sox 3-year, $120 million deal. Boys, what are we thinking about this?
Let's go Sox,
Clap it up.
baby. Fantastic signing.
We're back. We're
We are
back.
so back. Great signing. Who wants to go first? Do you want to go first, Zach, or do you
Yeah, a little
go ahead?
pricey, but I mean, if he plays second base for us, I don't know if he's gonna convert. I love it. I think we spent too much money on Raffy to have him be a DH this early in his career. I know he sucks at third base, but I'd say give him 2 more years over there max. If he continues to fucking suck over there, then put him at DH. But if he can play second base for us, because Vaughn Grissom hurts his toe walking out of the fucking dugout. So we need a second baseman. And Rafael is too good in center field to put him in the infield if Story can stay healthy. So I like this. Confused on where he's going to play. Paid him a little too much, but I don't mind it.
I'm a big fan. I love it. I love Raffy Devers. He's probably my favorite player in the league. Second favorite to soon to be superstar Marcelo Meyer, but we'll get into that later. But I think Bregman. I think he should play third base. I think he'll be great at third base, and I think Raffy moves to DH. I agree, a little pricey for a DH, but now that he only has to focus on hitting, what's he gonna do wrong? You know what I mean?
He's going to own Garrett Cole, I can tell you that.
Damn right. Like we have the Yankee killer at DH. That sound familiar? The Dominican Yankee killer at DH? I think I heard that before. I think he was the sixth man of Zach St. Ange's Bostonian draft
Yes, sir.
the other day. So I love the signing. I'm very excited. I think maybe overpaid 120, but who cares? We got better. Let's just be happy. We've been sad for many years. Let's just enjoy this.
I'm surprised John Henry opened the fucking checkbook because that dude is cheap as hell.
He is, but we have a new GM, new era, new times. Enjoy.
Now,
JT.
I have some more breaking news for you guys. Former Red Sox relief pitcher Nick Pivetta has signed to the San Diego Padres. Pizza Man, what do you think about this?
Uh, honestly, whatever, dude. Whatever. I was never
Me.
a big Pavetta rider anyway.
Fuck you. I'm Big Dick Nick all the way.
Well, yeah, but like, was he ever really reliable? Did you when Nick Pavetta went in, did you ever go, "Oh yeah, this game's over"? You know,
Yes.
like,
Yes.
yeah,
In
I
the
don't know.
ALCS in 2021.
Yeah, but like that's like saying,
Absolutely lights out. I don't care if he gets
okay,
shelled for 40 bombs a year.
well, that's what I'm gonna
That
say.
performance will stick in the back of my mind till the day I
So
die.
Kike Hernandez should be in the starting lineup then. Kike Hernandez
TK's a
had one of the
bitch.
best playoff performances I've ever seen in my goddamn life. Kike Hernandez in the was it 2021 playoffs? The
Mm-hmm.
best offensive player in no one compared. He was like Barry Bonds out there. But but he was ass every other part of the year and he has been since. So, that's how I feel about Pavetta. It's like whatever,
Quite possibly the worst shortstop in Red Sox history,
possibly,
fielding wise.
possibly. Derek Jeter numbers.
Hmm.
hmm hmm
Now, my opinion on this is the only weakness that the Red Sox have now is at relief pitcher. I mean, that's the only thing is the bullpen. And they could definitely fill that out in the next month.
See what Chapman has to offer. I mean,
Yeah.
he's old, but that man has not got Tommy John to this day. He still throws 3 bills, still throws 100.
I I respect Aroldis Chapman in
I
every
fuck with the
in every way.
Road
I
Chapman.
respect him. I was kind of critical when we signed him. I think he's done. And I think signing him now, it's kind of given Kenley Jansen, but worse. Like when we got Kenley Jansen, we were like, we know he's washed, but maybe he can do something. I feel like Aroldis Chapman is like super washed, and we're praying
Didn't Kenley just sign with the Angels yesterday?
he did. And that is the most
Good.
angel signing I've ever seen in my goddamn
Yep.
life.
Ship him out of Boston.
Yeah. Whoa.
Anthony Rendon type of signing right there, bro.
They have a Hall of Fame ass roster.
Yeah.
They are not
Free
good.
Mike Trout. Free Mike Trout. Bring him to
Facts.
the Sox.
We got a spot for you.
We got a spot for him.
I don't know if we have enough money for that. I'll be
We
honest.
don't. We
Maybe
don't.
Liverpool can lend us some. Liverpool.
Oh yeah. Well,
Send
John
him away,
Henry
Liverpool.
It's
You know?
uses all of our fucking money for Liverpool, who is a poverty ass franchise.
Poverty franchise. Poverty franchise. Who's first in the league? First in Champions League. We want to talk about poverty franchises? Sorry. I'm
Some
a fan
rage
of
bait.
both teams. Yeah, I'm a fan of both teams. I
Work
apologize.
like a charm.
I did.
Liam Hendricks too. I mean,
Yeah, we
Yeah,
got
I'm
some
excited to
injured
see him
guys coming
throw.
back. It's fun.
Yeah. Same with Giolito. Excited to see him too.
Mm-hmm.
Giolito's probably gonna be the 6.
Yeah. Yeah.
What about Garrett?
Crochet's the ace.
Yeah.
100%
For
ace.
sure. For sure.
Hauk number 2. I'm gonna put Bayo in that 3 spot. I love Bayo.
I like
And
that.
then
He's young.
we got Cutter Crawford 4.
Yeah. Then
He's solid.
Bueller at 5.
Bueller 5. No, Bueller 4. Crawford 5. Giolito 6. If Walker can stay healthy. Big if.
Shall we get into predictions? Preseason prediction?
Yeah.
I
All
think we
right.
should.
You want to go first, JT?
So I'm gonna have the Red Sox going 96-6. I'm gonna
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous to say that.
how is that?
Like that's really like that's too good?
No, 96-66.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think this is
I'm
a
gonna
little much.
change mine because I had mine before the Bregman trade. I'm gonna up it a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know what to do now.
I'm gonna have the Red Sox MVP as Rafi Devers.
Yeah.
I like that.
Rookie of the year, Roman Anthony.
Mm.
Pickup of the year,
Given.
Alex Bregman.
Yep.
And most improved, Rafaela.
Yeah. I like that.
Maybe a little high on the wins, but I was at 92 before the Bregman pickup.
Mm-hmm.
But
He
I
can
think
get
he
us
gets a
4
couple
wins.
more.
Yeah.
I think this is a wild card team.
I mean, that's second in the league, and by my prediction.
But the Yankees are in the AL East, so they're gonna get 100 though. They're gonna get 100 wins.
Oh,
Probably.
Are we scared of the Yankees now?
We're not scared of them. They're just gonna win the division.
Says who? Says who?
That's what they do
Why?
most years.
Yeah, but they had Juan Soto, who was their best hitter, or if not second best hitter, and they lost him. And who's replacing him?
I don't even
My
know.
bad. You're right. They have Cody Bellinger. Aaron Judge and Cody Bellinger. 2025 Cody Bellinger. Shall I go?
Yeah, you should go.
Yeah.
All right. Mine's not far off. Before the Bregman trade, I had 90 and 72. Now I have 94-68. I think second in the league or in the division. Uh, you know, baby steps. Baby steps. We'll get there.
Is that a wild card team?
Yeah. Wild card or playoff. Yeah. Either way, I think we're getting in there. This is the grit and grind team. My MVP, everyone's MVP should be Devers. It should be. He has to be. With that contract, he needs to be the MVP, or else it's a embarrassment. I had Cy Young. I figured you guys would say Crochet. Is that how you pronounce that?
Yeah.
Yeah. But so since I figured you guys would say Crochet, I wanted to go a little different. Walker Buehler, the last time he played a fully healthy season was 4th in Cy Young. Like he was, if he's fully healthy and recovered, I think he should be our standout pitcher of the year, even if he's not the best. He should just be like, oh wow, the Red Sox have him. You know what I mean? Like Walker Buehler should shine. My rookie of the year, it's going to be obvious if you know me. It should be Roman Anthony, but once again I wanted to be different. I love Marcelo Meyer, my favorite player.
I don't think he comes up early in the year.
I think he plays 20, 30 games.
Yeah, I don't know if that's enough for rookie of the year, though. I think Anthony will be here a little bit before, if not right after the All-Star break.
Well, I'll admit Roman Anthony is the rookie of the year, but I just wanted to be different. So I'm saying Marcelo Meyer. He averaged 307, 8 home runs, 28 doubles, 38 RBIs, and only 77 double A games. Like, come on now. He's my favorite player. I think he gets rookie of the year. That's all I've got.
All right, so I'm saying 88 and 74. I feel like we're gonna do what we did a lot last year and sell games. I think we sold the most games in the league, if I'm correct on that, which are blown saves, I guess you could say. Which with Kenley gone, that might be better. He blew a lot of saves.
Is Aroldis Chapman better though?
I think we're gonna use Aroldis Chapman as our setup. Hendricks is our closer now.
Yeah. But in
Chapman's
modern
setup guy.
MLB, are there closers?
You're right. I don't know.
Closers are becoming extinct, you know?
Yeah.
That's all I have to say. Sorry to interrupt. Continue.
Obvious Devers MVP. I mean, what else can you say? Dude's an animal. He sucks in the field. Hopefully he can get better at that. But he's going to be hitting bombs. He's going to hit over 300 this year. And yeah, MVP for sure. Rookie of the year, Roman Anthony. He's going to be the first one called up. I think Marcelo Meyer and Kristen Campbell will both get looks, probably about 25 games at the end of the year if we're not fighting for a playoff spot, which hopefully we are, but who knows. And most improved, I got to go with Willie Abreu. I think he's going to have a huge year. He started to get hot towards the end of the year. Did he win the Gold Glove? He was
Yeah,
a finalist.
he
He
did
won
win
it?
the
Yeah.
glove.
I think he
Yeah.
wins another one. He's really good out in right field. And he plays that short wall perfectly. Almost had the catch of the decade. And he's just not afraid to go out and get it. I think he's going to hit a little over 300 this year, too. And the power is going to come back.
Wow. I was gonna say I love that pick because I think he's very underrated, arguably the most underrated in the league. I don't know about 300 though.
I think he will. Barely.
I hope so.
Barely. I'm really glad. I was sad when it happened. We traded Christian Vasquez, but I'm really glad we got him in return. And I think my Cy Young is going to be Tanner Houck. I love Houck's stuff. He
I
just
like
spins
that.
the ball. His slider's ridiculous. All-star first All-Star game last year. I think he'll get back there this year, and I think he's just going to have a great year.
I like that. So speaking of Vasquez, while we're on that topic, why not? What do we think of Wong? Is he the guy? I love Wong.
Well, I like Wong, and I liked how he was going to be the bridge guy for Kyle Teal, but I guess we don't fuck with Kyle Teal because we already shipped him, which is ridiculous.
And we shipped parking lot king Reese McGuire as well, didn't we? Or did
Yeah, fuck Reese McGuire.
did his best work in the parking lot.
Oh, that's legendary. That is legendary.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Connor Wong will be that guy.
I like Connor Wong a lot.
I think he'll be that guy for at least 2-3 years. The Red
What
Sox.
did he bat
He's
last
good,
year? He
Uh,
was
He's like
he was hitting
270.
like 330 before the All-Star break, which is
He went on
ridiculous.
a hot streak.
I think it was 270.
Yeah,
Pretty
he
sure.
fell off second half, but that's good out of a catcher. And he came out of nowhere too.
Mm,
What trade did we get? Was he in the Mookie trade?
I don't think so. Was he? JT?
I think he was in the Mookie trade.
JT, pull that shit up.
Okay, I'm pulling it up.
I love the Red Sox talk. While we're on the Red Sox, also, and we're talking about Asians, Masataka Yoshida. What do we think about him?
Trash.
For the money, yeah. For the money, yeah. I'm
I
shocked
think
they shipped him yet, but no one wants his contract.
no one's gonna pick up his contract, and that's stupid. I think Rob Snyder is a way better utility guy than Masataka Yoshida. I don't think when the Red Sox signed Pete Alonso, he's not gonna touch the field
Did you say when
because that
they signed
DH
him?
spot's gonna be gone. When they do, yeah.
Unfortunately,
He
I
resigned.
I damn near cried. He signed an
He
extension
got
with the Mets. Yeah,
he did when?
a couple
Like
days ago.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, I did not see that.
I think I was on the phone with JT, wasn't I? Or I was in an
Tragic.
Xbox party and I started like JT was like, "What's going on?" I was like damn near crying. Dude was distraught.
We
He
got
is
Bregman though.
Yeah, we got
we
Bregman.
do have Bregman. Yeah, we got another white boy. We'll be fine.
That was the dream signing. That was the
It
dream
is. Bregman
season.
is the dream signing.
Yeah. So Connor Wong was a part of the Mookie Betts trade.
He
I knew
won.
it.
He was, yes.
Wow.
Ball knowledge.
Ball
All in
like
all.
ball like you. Ball like you, Zach.
It's the only piece we still have, I believe.
I was just gonna say the only good part.
Yeah.
Slightly good.
We got a fucking mediocre catcher for the one of the best players in history. It's awesome. It's fucking great.
Yeah.
2 months of Kike.
Now he's back with the Dodgers, and I don't know why he keeps. I don't know.
He posts that stupid shit on his profile picture because no one gives him a big contract. It's just 1 year deals. So he posts that stupid shit every offseason where he has his hat on and a question mark on it. Like, no one wants you, bro. You are fucking trash.
But maybe he's just owning it. He's just owning that he's mid as fuck or below mid,
Maybe.
and he's just like, "Hey, whoever wants me, I'll take it."
Great locker room piece though. He's a funny dude and he
Yeah,
loves to make out with his fucking teammates.
I
So
love that shit. Yeah,
what?
A good team guy in the locker room.
you want that guy that makes out with everyone.
I don't know about that,
You
but
need that in the locker.
uh,
Yeah,
Fuck it, he's a champ. He can do what he wants.
is he a
yeah.
two-time champ?
No one.
One-time champ? Okay.
Yep. Because they lost to your Boston Red Sox. And then he got dealt. And he got dealt for Mookie before COVID
Before
or
COVID.
during. And
So
then when the Dodgers won again, he was not because he was part of the Mookie trade. And Mookie won, has two in LA.
Okay. He was there for that last one. While we're on,
He didn't do shit, but he was there.
yeah. Well, while we're on baseball, I know this isn't on the docket, but can we continue the baseball talk just for a moment?
Yeah.
I have something I want to say about Shohei Ohtani and the Los Angeles Dodgers. If Shohei Ohtani doesn't have the best season in baseball history, then it's a letdown. It's a disappointment. I mean that genuinely. If he doesn't have like he has the potential to have the most home runs, most RBIs, best pitching win percentage, the like most steals. He literally if Shohei Ohtani doesn't have the best season in baseball history and the Dodgers don't win the World Series, it's a disappointment. That's my take.
Am I crazy for thinking he's not a top 5 pitcher?
I think so. Personally, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, we
I
don't
don't think
know
he's.
after
I think
second
he's
Tommy
just
John.
outside top 5.
Well, I think when he's healthy, he's top three. First,
I
yeah, I
don't
mean,
like
you
that.
can scoff all you want, but I think Shohei Ohtani is the greatest baseball player of all time. Personally, is that ridiculous? Is that a ridiculous take?
It's a little early. He could be.
I don't think it's early because he has what 4 years of pitching and hitting, or 3 4 years of being a top five, in my opinion, a top five pitcher and a top two hitter. I think that's MVP. I think that's greatest of all time worthy because Babe Ruth tried that shit and said, "No, that's just too hard." And Otani's been doing it every year, and he's about to do it
I,
again.
I think the only guy that could really compare with Ohtani is Barry Bonds, and
I
that's my
agree.
goat. That is my goat.
I think Barry Bonds is number two, personally.
If Ohtani does 2 to 3 more years, even a year or two,
I think
he's probably the goat in my eyes. Yeah.
he already did it because when could Barry Bonds pitch for a single year? No, he couldn't. Otani can do anything on the baseball field that you want him
Otani
to
can't
do.
hit like Bonds.
Yeah, but
Otani can
he's
fucking
also
hit.
not
He
on
can't hit like
steroids, and
Bonds.
he's also not like, you know what I mean?
And that's not fair to say, oh, Bonds wasn't a pitcher because, yeah, he wasn't a fucking pitcher.
But like, but that's what I'm saying. Like, Otani can do literally anything you want in the baseball field. And if you want to do the argument, he didn't hit as well as Bonds. When Bonds was before Bonds was on steroids, he was still a great player. What, 3 MVPs? Those
Yeah.
stats look like Otani's. They do. They're pretty even. So I think, like, now imagine if you took that, you took pre-steroids Barry Bonds, and he was a top 3 5 pitcher every of those years. Is that not the greatest baseball player of all time? I think it is. Like, I think it's a sound argument. I think Otani is already the greatest, and he's just extending his resume every year. personally.
I'm just heartbroken that Nick Pivetta left us.
No, you changing the subject.
I think that's a completely reasonable take, but I still think 70 is 70, and that's hard to beat right now. Seven
Yeah, but
70
no
home runs.
one's gonna beat that without, liquid, without the forbidden liquid in their veins, you
Thing
know?
is,
It's
everyone
absolutely
needs
ridiculous
forbidden
that
liquid.
he's not in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, it is.
There's so many people that juiced that are in the Hall of Fame still. But the best player of all time, just because he did steroids in the steroid era,
Hmm.
let me put it this way. Is Garrett Cole a Hall of Famer?
Don't ask me that.
Yes, he's a Hall of Famer. As much as it
Yeah,
pains me to say, he used
yes, he
fucking
is.
spider tack. That's the same shit as steroids in my eyes.
Yeah.
That's cheating. He's going to be a Hall of Famer.
Hmm.
Why can't Barry Bonds be? And Barry Bonds is way better than Garrett Cole in their respective areas.
The Baseball Hall of Fame is very wishy-washy. It's very like it's the thing I like about the Baseball Hall of Fame is how harsh it is. You know what I mean? Like I love Dustin Pedroia, every Red Sox fan does. But I like how harsh it is to the fact where we're questioning if Dustin Pedroia is a Hall of Famer.
I
Imagine
think
it.
he gets in next year.
I hope
The
so, but
class next
I
year
don't
is
know.
not that good.
Yeah, but like in basketball, dudes get in for averaging 30 for 1 year. You know what I mean? In the Basketball Hall of Fame. In baseball, Dustin Pedroia won an MVP, and I think even though he didn't play in 2018, he technically won 3 World Series. And he still is like most people are like, probably not. You know what I mean? Like I like that about the Baseball Hall of Fame. It's prestigious, but I also, like you said, like Pete Rose, Barry Bonds need to be in there, and they're not, and that's kind of ridiculous. So Manny Ramirez, he didn't make it either, right?
No.
Ridiculous. So yeah.
All right, next subject.
So, four nation face off.
Good luck, Ethan.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Um,
That's y'all. That's all y'all, bro. Go
so
USA! USA!
what are you guys' predictions on this?
All right. I got Canada winning it all. They are stacked. I was writing down right before this the list on every single team of the guys that stuck out to me that are all-star caliber. And Sweden, Finland have like four, and the USA has a couple, and Canada has like fucking 15. It's ridiculous. Those dudes, it's a super team. They got the Toon Squad. It's crazy. I mean, Sam Bennett, Crosby, McKinnon, Marshy, Mitch Marner, McDavid, Braden Point, Sam Reinhart, Mark Stone, Cale Makar, Bennington, Hill, and I don't know how to pronounce his name. The Habs goalie. He's good. That's just ridiculous. I got USA taking home the silver. I got them in the 2 spot. I mean, they're as long as Swayman doesn't see any ice time, they'll be fine because Swayman has been fucking terrible this year. Hellebuck will be their starter.
Mm.
As much as I hate to root for Matthew Tkachuk, he better play good. God, I fucking hate that guy. Sweden's gonna take third. They're pretty solid. They got Lindholm, Forsberg, and they got Olmark. I love Olmark. And Finland's taking last. I mean, they do have Bruins legend Eric Halla, Sebastian Aho, but other than that, they're pretty weak.
Yeah. I mean, I basically have the same list as you, besides the USA at 1. Now, what I think will be the difference in this tournament is if Connor Hellebuck can really just go off against Canada in the final, because I have them playing in the final. And I really think it's just who plays better defense between USA and Canada, because they're both stacked on offense and they're both kind of stacked on defense too. But it's going to come down to the goalies. And I think Hellebuck is the better goalie than an Aiden Hill or Bennington. So
I think Montembault I think that's how you say it. I think he's their starter.
I thought it was Bennington.
Is it?
I thought it was.
I agree with JT.
You have no fucking clue.
JT got the ball like you. JT got the notes.
Hill. I mean, I could just see who's starting right now because they're playing.
Hill had his legacy series when they won the cup. He's not been too hot since. Same with Sway. Sway is he's just a playoff goalie. He does not do good in the regular season. He wasn't that good in the regular season last year. Because I remember they were debating who they wanted to start one game, Sway or Oli. Because Oli did not have that good of a year in the regular season last year too, but Sway just was standing on his head in the playoffs. So, but the problem is we got to get to the playoffs this year. I don't know if we make the playoffs.
Yeah, the Bruins. Yeah.
And we'll probably draw Florida again if we do. So,
yeah, Bennington's starting for Canada. So,
shit, yeah, that's Bennington's some ass.
I think the USA could definitely win. It's 50-50 in my opinion. And then I have Sweden at 3, Finland 4. Finland lost their best defenseman. He got hurt right before, so they're really cooked. They really just got cooked. But they do have Saros. I can't remember how to pronounce his name from
Barkov. They got Barkov.
Yeah. I mean, if they just didn't get hurt, they got a good team.
Not enough compared to the Toon Squad and the Avengers, though.
Yeah, they just don't have depth. They just don't have depth 1 through 4. They just have 1 through 2. That's not enough. Well, I think that's all. I think that's all we really need to talk about with the face-off.
Yeah, let's see if Canada can win a trophy because we know no Canadian hockey teams can win the cup. So
I remember a couple years ago in the U18, USA won it. I remember that. That was a big thing because Canada was big favorite over the USA.
USA has been running the juniors. We won again this year. Pretty sure.
Yeah, the USA over time has been getting better at hockey, and that's great. That's a good thing. And I think it's because the South is getting into hockey. Like, we got some guys from Arizona playing, some guys from Florida. It's not just the Northeast or Minnesota that's playing hockey. Well, now the next topic is Patrick Mahomes.
Sub me back in, coach. Put me back
Patrick Mahomes.
Fuck Patrick Mahomes.
Fuck Patrick Mahomes.
Never say that he's the GOAT ever again. He's not even close to Brady now. That was the worst performance I've ever fucking seen in my life. I thought Mac Jones switched jerseys. He was out there. That shit was awful.
Mac Jones is a crazy comparison. But it's not crazy. It's not that crazy.
Not that crazy.
Because he did play terrible. He did play Mac Jones-esque. Tom Brady never did that.
No.
I want to give a quick shout out to my brother, Frankie McComsky. From boot camp, called me on Sunday. He's like, yo, put a lay down for me. I'm like, I got you. So he Venmo'd me the money. I put $150 on Eagles money line and a Saquon touchdown for him. And Saquon sold the bag. He still has no idea. He has no clue. And on Sunday, when I tell him, he's going to be fucking pissed.
I think 60 to 70% of America lost money on a Saquon touchdown line last weekend. 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to bet on a running back who had the single season greatest running back of all time. Single season, he had the greatest of any running back. Season and playoffs, not just season though. Eric Dickerson did, but playoffs too. Saquon, dominant.
Mm-hmm.
What he did.
That's why I for sure thought he was getting in the end zone because he had 10 straight games where he got in the end zone. And when I saw them line up for that fucking tush push, I was so pissed.
Yeah.
And Jalen Hurts was out there dropping dimes left and right, so they didn't even get into the red zone because they were scoring 40-yard bombs the whole game.
Yeah. Love hurts.
Mm, hurt.
Love hurts, man.
So specifically with Patrick Mahomes, do you guys think he's top 5 of all time?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
definitely
he's
top
top. I
five.
fucking hate Mahomes, but he's
Where
top 5.
where
Yeah.
would you put him?
I think he's at like number 4 or 5. He's probably at number 4 or 5. Probably.
I say he's 4 too. Carter Lloyd's gonna be pissed off at that. He's man. He brought. Hold on. You guys keep talking. I need to bring something up.
Okay. Well, I mean, I think when you break it down, you really break it down. Tom Brady, number 1,
Hmm.
Peyton Manning, number 2, and then you've got like Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers, Joe Montana, uh, and then Mahomes. So I think he's like, he's probably 4 or 5.
I completely agree with the 4 or 5 part,
Yeah.
but the disrespect to Joe Montana. I mean,
Well, no, that wasn't in order. That was just, those are the guys you have behind Brady.
you did put Peyton Manning at number 2. It's not a terrible take,
He is number
but
2.
I would put Joe Montana at 2 because of just his clutchness in the Super Bowl.
You know what? You're right, Unc. I should have thought about the old Tom. I should have looked back in time. Unc
I
is
mean,
correct. My bad.
he may not have the MVPs like Manning did, but he was 4-0 in the Super Bowl. That's 2 more than Peyton Manning. So
That's true.
that's what I would. And
I'm
he's
sorry.
not going to have
Oh,
as many
my
good
bad.
stats as Manning. So
I'm sorry, Carter. I don't mean to call you out like this. This must have been rage bait. This had to have been rage bait. As if it's not, this is the worst sports take I've ever heard of all time. And this passes Justin's D White take.
Whoa. Okay.
It's bad. This man, in the heat of the argument, because I texted him, I said, "You want to talk about it, buddy?" And oh wait, maybe this was before, but I don't know if you can see that.
Okay,
He
buddy.
says, "Brady only good against Mahomes." Absolute.
That is the worst sports take I've ever heard in my life.
Let's take from my boy Carter Lloyd there.
That is the worst take I've ever heard in my life. Thank you
I
for
hope you're
bringing
seeing
that
this.
to my
I
attention.
hope I'm sending you this clip right after this.
Wow.
I mean, I could list so many quarterbacks that if Tom Brady did not exist, they could have a Super Bowl. A guy like Phillip Rivers, he could have a Super Bowl right now.
Mhm.
Those Charger teams got stopped by the Patriots every single time in the playoffs.
Blake Bortles and the Jaguars.
Blake Bortles.
No, you're laughing, but that team is
No.
fucking
That's what I mean.
disgusting.
Like, it's true. Like, I'm laughing because it's true. Blake Bortles' whole career will be forgotten because of Tom Brady. Like, Blake Bortles is a meme because of Tom Brady. Like, it's crazy. Oh my God.
Peyton Manning would probably have 2 more Super Bowls.
Joe Flacco. Have a
Flacco.
couple more.
Who was that guy that they made the movie on for the Rams that worked at a supermarket?
Kurt Warner.
Kurt Warner
Warner,
would be in the
He would have
GOAT
another one.
convo if it wasn't for Tom Brady, and I mean that.
Well, he would be in the what?
Kurt Warner would be in the GOAT convo. That might be a hot take, but he would have what, 2 Super Bowls, 2, 3?
He'd have 2 Super Bowls.
He would have 2 Super Bowls, and he'd be playing. From going to playing at a supermarket to having 2 Super Bowls, and did he win an MVP?
He did win MVP, yes.
And an MVP? That's GOAT combo type shit. But Tom Brady ended that. So rookie Tom Brady came in and went, nah,
It was
this is now.
second year. Tom Brady.
Greatest show on turf.
Second year Tom Brady? My bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
So for my greatest quarterbacks of all time list, I have Tom Brady at number 1. That's you cannot argue that.
Yeah.
Joe Montana number 2, 4-0 in the Super Bowl. I mean, he was the GOAT before Tom Brady was in like 2014. And then Peyton Manning, I mean, 5 MVPs, has all the stats in only 17 seasons. Patrick Mahomes, I was looking at Mahomes' stats: 32,000 passing yards, 245 touchdowns, 71 interceptions, and the
Sex with 18 referees a season.
and the second greatest passer rating of all time right now, just behind Aaron Rodgers. 3 Super Bowls, 5 Super Bowl appearances. in 8 seasons. He's on track to possibly be the second greatest quarterback of all time.
He probably will be.
Give it 7 more seasons. He probably will be.
Probably.
He's not going to pass Brady, though. That's the only thing. It is damn near impossible to do that.
Yeah.
And then I have Rodgers at 5, who has the greatest passer rating of all time.
I like that.
So.
Something I have to bring up. I feel like as all of us youngins that grew up in the New England area, Tom Brady, he exceeded sports culture. Like I did not get into sports until like freshman, sophomore year of high school. Whenever I would like, I remember it's like a core memory when I was young going to the city of Boston. I'd go there for Red Sox games because it was the only sports team I liked. And you would hear like from like apartment buildings walking to Fenway, you'd hear free Brady. He ain't doing nothing. There would be t-shirts like multiple stands of t outside of Fenway. Like it was crazy. It like I knew Tom Brady and everything about Tom Brady, even though I didn't give a flying fuck about football. Like Tom Brady exceeds football. If you lived in New England, he is art. He is the guy. He's the GOAT, no matter what. I just can't. I don't think anything will surpass that. You know what I mean?
As LeBron lives rent free in Boston's head to this day, because you go to a Red Sox game and you see those stands and they're selling T-shirts and they're like, the guy's like, "Hey, LeBron's a pussy. Come get your T-shirt." Shit's so funny.
Oh god! But before that, it was free Brady. Was all those stands? It was free Brady. Before that, that was like the biggest move. I thought Tom Brady was I thought he was like a political guy or some shit. Like as a kid, I saw nothing but I was walking through the streets of Boston. All I was thinking about was Fortnite and Destiny, and I see like nonstop free Brady like the GOAT. Brady's the GOAT. It was crazy. Yeah.
Free Brady was for deflating footballs, right?
Yeah, for the Deflategate. Yeah,
yeah.
But even like after the Deflategate was settled, there was still like so much Tom Brady discourse. And we're at less than a minute, so we got to wrap this up.
Yeah.
Long story short, Patrick Mahomes, you fucking blow. And Travis Kelce, I hope you retire. And you're not even in the GOAT conversation anymore, like it was a thing. And you're fourth. You're fourth.
Rob Gronkowski, GOAT tight end ever.
Greatest tight end.
Fuck you, Kelce. You're a wide receiver.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Taylor Swift.
I'm gonna be honest. Tony Gonzalez is closer to Rob Gronkowski than Travis Kelce is.
And when we come back, we'll do the top 10 states of all time. Yeah,
awesome.
Top 10 states. All right, we'll be back after a short break.